It doesn't take much work for chocolate cookies to look good, but this group needs these treats to look better than good. They need to look picture perfect. The cookies are being photographed along with an array of other decadent chocolate desserts to be featured in Ciao Magazine's annual chocolate issue.
We know we eat with our eyes first, and every plate of food that you look at has its best angle, and we all are aware of what, best angles are when we're talking about people, but, we look at things a cross-section, sometimes we look at it straight from the top, a 90-degree angle, and ultimately we determine what is the best way to shoot this plate to show off, how the chef intended it to look.
Ciao's chocolate issue coincides with its 8th annual Chocolate Fest. More than 20 of Winnipeg's restaurants, cafes, and bakeries have come up with special chocolate dishes to serve through the month of April. For the photo shoot, Ciao enlisted pastry chef Richard Warren of the Hotel Fort Garry to come up with the featured dishes for the magazine. Here, Warren is working on a chocolate souffle cake with dark chocolate sorbet and orange caramel sauce, a dish he created himself. While he's working hard to make sure this dish will show well in the magazine, he promises the real thing will look equally appetizing.
We take a little more time in the preparation, to make it look nice because you want to get that nice shot. But I mean, if we were doing this on the service line, we would put the same energy into it in the same amount of time to make it look nice.
But Warren's attention to detail in creating the dessert isn't the only thing it takes to get the perfect picture. Long before the Ciao crew gathered for the photo shoot, Ciao art director Jeff Lowell was putting his vision on paper, using his skills as a cartoonist to mock up an illustration of the magazine's cover. Not only does he consider angles and proper layout, but background colors and various other elements that play into the final product.
So this one is this one right here?
Lowell says it's critical to have as much prepared as possible ahead of time to make sure the food looks its best.
Sometimes there's food that will dry out, so we have to add maybe some oil to it to make it look like it had just been cooked, because sometimes that food is sitting there for quite a long time while we're taking different angles, trying to get the right look, we're adjusting things. So we want the food to look fresh. And usually, it usually is right off the grill or right from the kitchen, so it is fresh. But sometimes we take too much time because we want to make it just look just right. So we'll freshen it up as we can.
With the food prepared and the vision laid out, it's up to photographer Ian McCausland to capture the images. Although the food does not move around like a human model would, the veteran photographer says it can actually be more difficult to shoot food than people.
It's definitely harder because people really scrutinize food photos a lot differently than people photos. They're going to sit and notice that one little item that's out of place. So we have to spend a lot of time being very particular about the placement of the food and some of the textures involved and stuff like that. So it's technically a very demanding type of photography opposed to just shooting people.
Hundreds of stills are taken before the final shot is chosen. And after tons of editing is done and graphic elements are added, the pictures are ready to appear in the annual Ciao chocolate issue. These chocolate photos are just one component of the entire issue of Ciao Magazine, which will be on newsstands at the beginning of April. And Chocolate Fest runs the entire month of April in Winnipeg. If you would like more information, you can go to their website at ciaowinnipeg.com. For Shaw TV, I'm Kim Babbage.